Hi, this is Bridget, the producer of Machete Media Productions, and you're watching Sit Down with the 13th Wolfman.
Hey everyone, I'm the 13th Wolfman. You know what? I'm here with Bridget Machete, the producer from Machete Media, and she joined me in Sit Down. Welcome, Bridget.
Sup?
What's up? So, let's give the viewers a little background on you. Uh, when did you get into film, and you know?
I got into film, I guess, since I was able to watch a film. I always wanted to be involved in it. When I was 13, I graduated 8th grade, and my family bought me a camera. So since then, I've been making movies. Um, I went to NYU for film. While I was there, I got my first job as like a TV commercial director, director's assistant and writer. And since then, I still work there for some freelance. And upon graduating, I started my own business, Machete Media Productions, and we started off producing features that have the campy horror B movie style, and now we're working on documentaries, and we also produced a short called Not Another Bad Horror Flick.
I saw that. Yeah, that's a fun movie or a fun short, I guess I should say.
Hmm.
Yeah, you got Genevieve Rossi in it.
Yeah, she played the fortune teller in the movie. I knew her from I met her at Chiller Theater Expo where we film like the celebrity interview series. I met her through my friend Jacek. He filmed an interview with her and did a psychic um
Psychic reading.
yeah, he got his fortune told, and that's how I originally met her. And I knew she was like a well-known scream queen, so I thought of her initially when I wrote the role. And
Yeah,
she came to the audition and she got the part.
yeah, she was actually the first guest on Sit Down.
Cool.
So I when I didn't know she was going to be in it. Then when I saw, I was like, oh, cool.
Hmm.
So what are what are some of your favorite horror? I don't want to say what's your favorite horror film because that's such a loaded question to us horror fans.
Hmm.
But you must have a few, top five, top 10 that you really love.
Um, I mean, I'm a big fan of like the Halloween movies. I really
Yeah.
like, yeah, the originals one. Then I really like five, 4 and 5. I think the best. My cat. Can you guys hear that? My cat's scratching at the door. It sounds like horror things. I'm not gonna let her in, but she's scratching her way through.
Yeah. So you like the Jamie Lloyd stories?
Yeah, I like those. I also, for I guess the B grade movie type thing. I don't want to like downplay some movie, but I love Sleepaway Camp. I just thought that was like the funniest movie. That's kind of where I
Wow.
was inspired to do this movie, the horror film that I did.
Yeah, I love Sleepaway Camp. I'm old enough to be able to say that I've seen most of the movies, the horror movies in the '80s, in the theater,
I
and
wasn't alive, so.
I know. But yeah, I was lucky enough to see that one. Felissa Rose has also been on here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so Sleepaway Camp, Halloween, I love that. What about like Universal? You know the Universal monster?
I mean, I'm like I don't know. I mean, I don't want to like limit myself to any other like genre. Just saying yes, I like this. No, I don't like this. So I'm like, I like all of them. I mean, I've seen a lot. I don't
Yeah.
dislike a lot. Like I like them all. I also like the Troll movies, Troll 2.
Troll 2 is so
Yeah.
bad.
And I like something as funny as that and something as like good as Halloween. I mean,
No, I get it. I'm not trying to pigeonhole you into something, but I just was, there are some people out there that are like, well, the old Universal films are a little too old for them, to get it,
yeah.
you know. So you go to NYU, you get your foot in the door, which sounds great, and now you start your own production company.
Yeah. I graduated there 3 years ago. And I wrote Frostbite for my senior thesis, and then I always wanted to produce that. Um, what a lot of people don't know is I like meant to make kind of a comedic horror movie where it's not supposed to be great. It's supposed to be like funny because it's not scary. But a lot of people say like, "Oh, that movie, what did I just watch? It makes absolutely no sense." But I don't know. I get happy when somebody says that because that's the point.
There you go.
I actually have the Yeti. Two of the Yetis are in here. One is thrown on the treadmill that is smashed in the corner.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I mean, it's smashed in the corner, and then I could get the other one. Just hold on.
Now we also see this Yeti costume in not another bad horror flick.
Yeah, he made a special guest appearance.
Yeah, he's at the party.
And a lot of people don't really know it, but the first house that was in Frostbite just happens to be Brittany's house. So it's kind of like, if you pay attention to any of my movies, or if there's a few big fans of them. I don't know why, but there's the house that Jake Aloma and his family moved out of, the blue house. Brittany's family moved in. So it's the same. It's like a prop house, so it's the same thing. A lot of people don't know that.
It's like a little something. If it's part of the same universe, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, it's a Kevin Smith type thing. That's cool. Yeah, that was cool that it just kind of popped up in the movie, So now what are you working on? I mean, do you got anything coming down the pipe?
Yeah, we're working on a documentary on Asbury Park. It's more of a serious documentary. It's about the history from the 1800s when it became Asbury Park until now, and like the problems that it's having, the comeback that it's going through, just the revitalization, the music, just everything kind of about Asbury Park in one movie. That's what we've been working on for the last 2 years, and we're just taking our time with it. We're not going too fast. We're developing it as we go along. It's really great because I get to go to the beach every time we film.
So, I mean, I'm not from the East Coast, and how old is Asbury Park?
It started in the late half of the 1800s when James Bradley founded the beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking at over 150 years old.
It's pretty old.
Wow. And Springsteen only discovered it in the 1970s.
Yeah, a lot of people think he like grew up there and lived there, but he got his start there. Like he did play there a lot, but he's not originally from there. I'm not sure I can't remember the name of the town he's originally from. I could Google that. I probably should know that.
That's okay.
But that's okay.
I was just thinking of the cover of the album, that looked like the postcard said "Greetings from Asbury Park." So, with all this, man, you sounds like you got a lot going on. So, a lot of the documentary. Anything else?
Yeah, we're also filming a documentary on the Nyack skate park that's going to be built. It's like around the corner, like really close to where I live, Nyack, New York, in Rockland County. The Tony Hawk Foundation donated money. The senator helped out. The Misfits, the band, even helped out do a benefit concert to raise money. It was started by Sarah Anderson. She's a resident too. And we're just following, I guess, the progress of the park and how Sarah got involved and what it's like becoming. And I know they're starting to build soon. Like this year is going to be when it's going to be built. And I got to do some interviews with Jerry Only, which was pretty cool.
I was just going to say, so which version of the Misfits is this? I mean, because there's been a couple of different versions,
I mean, Jerry's still in it, obviously. I only did the interview with him, and that was it. But we didn't really get to film them playing. But I mean, he's mostly involved. I'm not sure about the other two who are currently in the Misfits now, but I just know he's like heavily involved. His daughter goes to Nyack Middle School, or she used to, and he said he used to make the Nyack Middle School T-shirts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, for the kids over there.
Well, yeah, his brother was a misfit.
Hmm.
You know, Baron von Wolfgang Frankenstein, something like that.
Yeah, I know Michael Graves used to be in the Misfits, and that's my good friend Kevin Monahan's cousin. And Kevin Monahan, I call him Gus. That's like his nickname.
Yeah.
He just looks like a Gus. He was in Frostbite. He got chased by the Yeti and eaten. He was one of the kids not speaking English. He had to learn. Yeah, he had to learn like a few Finnish phrases for his role, and he did it pretty well and got his head like smacked off. And that's
I knew Michael Graves was out of there now. That's why I was wondering which version of the Misfits it was, because you know they were four piece, and they became a 3-piece, and you know
the 3-piece now. I'm not sure who's in it right now because I know the lineup does change a lot. We filmed a year ago, so I don't even know who's in it now. I know they did play a show recently, and I don't know who was in it. I didn't really go to that because I saw them recently.
So what's Jerry like?
He's pretty cool. He's really out there, and I don't know. He's like really passionate about the skate park, I guess, because you know he has a kid in Nyack, or they used to live in there. I'm not sure where they live now, or if they do still live there. He's just really passionate about getting the skate park made, and I guess him and Sarah knew each other, Sarah Anderson, and she I guess asked if they wanted to play a huge benefit show to gain money for the skate park, and I'm not sure how much money they made, but they made like a big portion of that. Cool. And he's really cool because he shows up to the town board meetings. Like I filmed one of the meetings on the skate park, and he was there. We were like sitting next to each other.
That's very, very cool. You'll have to come back on when that gets ready to be released, and we'll talk about that some more. I really want to see this. I've never had the talent for skating myself, but I've always supported skaters. You know, so.
I mean, I used to skateboard. I'm wearing like a skateboard shirt. I just threw this on. I didn't even plan to wear this. I should have wore like a Machete Media shirt, but oh well.
No, that's fine. You look fine.
Okay, thanks.
You know. So, is there anyone out there that you want to work with?
Well, I'd love to get Bruce Springsteen in an interview if I could get in contact with him. An interview for the Asbury Park movie, Has Buried in Time. If you're watching, Bruce, we're looking for you.
There you go. You'll send your Yeti you'll send the Yeti over to confirm everything. You know. Yeah. That'd be very cool. I mean, there's got to be a lot of Jersey bands that played Asbury Park. You know?
Yeah, I know the Bouncing Souls played Asbury Park. They're from there. I was recording an interview with a historian, and across the street the Bouncing Souls were playing. We thought it was them, like practicing. Like I guess that was their practice house.
That's cool. I haven't heard of the Bouncing Souls myself.
Oh.
That's one that's kind of escaped me, but hey. I'm just thinking, you know, there's a lot of bands out of Jersey at one time, you know. Mm-hmm. Actually, the whole tri-state area. What about in like horror films? Anyone you want to, you know, work with?
I'd work with Genevieve Ross again. I hung out with her like 2 weeks ago, and she actually suggested me to you guys. I definitely would work with her again, or any of my actors that were in my movie, like both movies. I'd work with them again. I think they were like a really good cast and really talented people. As for like really famous people, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you got to have a dream cast or something.
I mean, I really like Leo DiCaprio. like every girl. Um,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
no,
That's cool. That'd be interesting.
he's not
There are,
horror, but
huh?
he's not in many horror films. But
Well, I was just gonna say that'd be kind of cool because you don't get him. He was in what, Critters 3?
yeah, I mean, let me think on horror movie level. You know what I really liked, which you could probably see the influence in Frostbite. I really like Donnie Darko, and I like how Jake Gyllenhaal played his character, Donnie. Obviously, I'd want to work with him because he's got like a creepy side to him. So does I mean, Breaking Bad wasn't really horror, but I love Bryan Cranston and how he can like change from like dad from Malcolm in the Middle to
In the middle.
meth cook. I really like him.
Have you seen Jake Gyllenhaal's movie Nightcrawler?
No, I actually haven't yet.
That is his best and creepiest role ever.
I'll be sure to look for that.
Yeah, I saw that in the theater when it came out. It's like I'm kind of glad after I saw it that they could have taken it a certain way, the whole movie, the story. I'm glad it didn't go that way. But still, he was one of the creepiest characters ever on film. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. He's an intense actor.
He's cool.
Donnie Darko, it's a cool movie. I don't understand it.
That's what I kind of like about it.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people
Yeah.
said I was ripping off Donnie Darko during Frostbite, but I wasn't. I just liked that movie.
I know a lot of people that like super like that movie and they're like, "Oh, it's the greatest horror film ever." And I've watched it many times trying to think. I don't get it.
I think it's like the end is supposed to be like the audience interprets what they want or something.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, that sounds. I mean, it sounds like you got a plate full of stuff. Do you write everything yourself, or?
Yeah, I wrote Frostbite. I wrote Not Another Bad Horror Flick, and it didn't take me that long to write that. I just thought, let's make like a Halloween themed, like stupid horror movie that it's not that scary. Um, I wrote the original idea for As Buried in Time, but we had two writers come in. One of the writers wrote for Blue Bloods, and then the other one, he just has so many credits I can't even name one. He's wrote for History Channel. He's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got someone from Blue Bloods, huh?
Yeah. We had John Moskowitz and Kevin Huffman. They were like amazing writers. What else did I write? But yeah, and in NYU we had to write, I guess, all of our scripts. So.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. You're one of the few directors out there nowadays that actually had some film school.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot coming out that are like, yeah, I didn't go to film school. I could direct.
I mean, then they don't have so many loans to pay off, so good for them.
Okay.
Here without having to go to school for it.
Have you ever been to? Well, I guess you have. You said I was gonna ask if you ever been to a horror convention.
Yeah. I went recently with my friend Jasik, who we filmed the celebrity interviews with. The last week of April we went, and we just met the cast of American Horror Story Freak Show. Amazon Eve, we interviewed Matt Frazier, who was the illustrated seal, the tattooed guy. Naomi Grossman, who I don't know how she makes information. Yeah, Pepper. Like she said, like 6 hours of makeup that took
to become Pinhead. Yeah.
Yeah, Pinhead. Did we interview anybody else that day? And for Newmar from the original Batman, she was Catwoman.
Oh, Julie Newmar, yeah.
Yeah. She popped into Matt Frazier's interview. She was just eavesdropping, and we filmed her interview in the same one. Like
yeah, I just did my first convention ever.
What was it?
Seattle Crypticon.
Where is that? I mean, I know it's in Seattle, but like,
it It was at the SeaTac Hilton out by the airport.
And who showed up for that?
Huh?
Who showed up for that?
Oh, and they had Sid Haig, Michael Berryman, Ken Foray, Caroline Williams, who played Stretch in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Mm-hmm.
Ted White, who was Jason in Friday the 13th Part 4. Jessica Cameron. The Soska sisters. Christine, the 58 Plymouth. From Christine. William Forsythe, a couple of people from Face Off. Oh, Clint Howard was there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He even brought the head from Ice Cream Man.
Uh-huh.
Which was kind of cool. You could hold the cone and pose with it. I got interviews with both the Soska sisters and Jessica Cameron.
Cool.
And I had a blast. It was probably like I said, it was my first time at a horror convention, and I just loved it. I want to go back. I want the weekend to start over.
Do you have like a video where we can watch?
Yeah, it's on my channel, the 13th Wolfman, and there's 3 videos up. One is an overall exposure of my experience. The second is the Soska sisters, and the third is the Jessica Cameron interview.
Cool.
Yeah, I truly enjoyed it. Did you want to introduce the trailer for Frostbite?
Sure. You're gonna be watching the trailer for Frostbite.
We're moving to Finland this weekend. Grandpa died. He left us his manor house. We have to go.
Come face to face with the thing. It's just a dude in a costume.
Wait! He sees things. He can't tell the difference. You can't trust him, right?
Hi, my name's Jake and I'm from America.
Yetis don't exist.
Anyway, I see things. Things no one would believe.
And welcome back. That was the trailer for Frostbite. And you have another movie. Not another. I'm sorry, I have a hard time with this title. I don't know why. Not another bad horror flick.
Like not another teen movie, not another bad horror flick.
Yeah.
You're about to watch the trailer for Not Another Bad Horror Flick right now.
Hey, Sage, what are you being for Halloween?
Oh my gosh, you look great in pink.
I know. Yeah.
What the hell, Britt? What the hell is wrong with you?
back again. So there we go. We got both the trailers in. I want to thank you for coming on. I've had a wonderful time talking to you. I want to invite you back anytime. If you just want to kick back and we don't have to talk about, your work. We can talk about anything.
Cool. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming on. Where can people find you?
We have a Facebook. It's facebook.com/Machete Media Productions. Then we have a website. It's just www.machetemediaproductions.com. And then we have our Asbury Park movie has its own website. The Frostbite movie has its own website. You could follow the links for both of those movies from Machete Media Productions. I know one of the URLs is, I think it's just frostbitemovie.com.
Oh,
I mean,
cool.
I don't know my URL, but if you want to look me up, you could just find me on machetemediaproductions.com, and then you could follow the tabs there.
Sounds good. And do you have a Twitter?
Yeah, we do. You can find that on the website too.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have a smartphone or anything, so, the internet is not, I mean, it's fun and all, but I think my name is just Machete Media on Twitter. Right? The independent doesn't know.
I don't have a smartphone either. The only thing I use my phone for is making calls.
Yeah, me too. Or like texting people or taking cat pictures.
Well, again, I want to thank you for coming on, Bridget.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, not a problem. And with that, she's Bridget Machete. I'm the 13th Wolfman, and the Yeti is on the prowl, big time.